So this is a brief introduction to scatter diagrams and correlation. Now, with scatter diagrams, we look at bits of information that come like coordinates. So, for example, we might record the temperature on a certain day and the amount of ice cream sold by an ice cream seller. So we might, for example, have a temperature of 28 on a hot day, and they might have sold, say, £50 worth of ice creams. So we can plot that, like, as long as there's a scale here, and we'll plot 28. And I'm not going to be precise about that, I'm just going to give you the basic idea. We can plot 28 with 50. Now, sorry, 28 with like numbers. That's here, 28 is quite hot. And then on a much cooler day, it might be sort of 14 degrees and might only sell £10 worth. So that sort of bit down here. So you will have been given a diagram with quite a lot of data recorded and plotted. Certain questions will ask you actually to do the plotting yourself, but this first video is just to give you an idea of what the plot is telling us. So we can kind of see here then that as we increase temperature, then the sales of ice creams increases. So this is called positive correlation. And the simplest way to see whether we have correlation is by plotting the scatter diagram. So as they sort of follow sort of straight line, sort of not exactly on the straight line, it goes in that kind of general direction of clusters about the line, then we're said to have positive correlation. And there's an association between on high days we're selling more ice cream. Right. For a particular day, we don't sell exactly the same amount of ice cream. So let's say the temperature is 28. Might be one day we sell 50, another day we sell £46 worth. What we're seeing is that we had a high number of sales with high temperature and a low number of sales with low temperature. Now we might look at perhaps the number of times a child brushes their teeth in a month over the course of the year and the number of visits to dentists during that year. We might find this kind of pattern. And what we're seeing here is that the more times a person has brushed their teeth, this seems to go hand in hand with less visits to the dentist. So when you get this downward movement with the scatter, this is called negative correlation. Okay, negative correlation. So again, like positive correlation, it sort of fits a line, not exactly, but it follows a general direction, and that direction is down. So the visits to dentists come down as the number of times our teeth are brushed in a month increases. This is called negative correlation. That's when one thing increasing one, and it's associated with a decrease in another. Or just associated is sort of a big word. If that puts you off, just look at it as we increase the brush of our teeth, the visit to the dentist comes down, and that's negative correlation. And then occasionally we'll get a picture where there's no pattern at all. And so let's have a look at this one here. So this is looking at the time spent watching TV and recording the number of trees in the road of each person. So it could be that I watch 1 hour a week TV and I count the number of trees on my road, and it's and I'm like this person here, and it might be 12. And then another person watches the same amount of TV, but there's far less trees in the area. And what we establish from the pattern is there's no connection. We can watch very little TV and have few trees or high trees. We could watch a lot of TV and have a few trees, or it could be a high trees. And really, when you look at it, why should the number of trees in the road be connected to time spent watching TV? So as well as understanding the right words to use to fit the pattern, it's got to kind of make common sense. We would expect ice cream sales to go up if the temperature gets hotter. If we look after our teeth a lot, then we shouldn't have to visit the dentist so much. And time spent in watching TV will have little connection, or none at all, with the number of trees in a road. So that's your first introduction then to scatter diagrams and the three types of correlation: positive, negative, and no correlation.